VCU Rams return to the Siegel Center, which has become a house of horrors once again for their opponents. Tonight, the Coppin State Eagles come to town looking to spoil VCU's pre-Thanksgiving plans in the first ever meeting between the programs. And we welcome you courtside here at the Siegel Center. I'm Sean Robertson. Great to be joined by Ed Nixon, a member of the 2011 Final Four team. Many believe this could be a trap game for VCU off the heels of their 6-point loss to nationally ranked NC State and a date in the Bahamas in the Battle of Atlantis next week. But you feel this could be a get-back game for the Rams. Why is that?
Absolutely. It's a bounce-back game. They have an opportunity after a heartbreaking loss to really get back into it, work on things they need to get prepared for the competition in Atlantis.
Coppin State had their 6-game losing streak come to an end earlier this week behind a career performance from our player to watch, Tay Hall.
Tay Hall, he's a 6'6" forward, averaging 11 points and 6 rebounds. He's gritty, physical, prefers bully ball, and very active on the boards. He's the wind beneath the Eagles' wings, and if they want to soar to a victory, he's going to have a good game. Now, for VCU, Barry Evans. He's a 6'8" forward, averaging 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He loves to attack the rim, loves to crash the glass, thrives in transition, very hard to guard because he can score in a variety of ways. He is one of those guys that if he has a good game, it's very hard to beat VCU.
And he's coming off a season-high 18 points against NC State. Now our Carmack's keys to the game, starting with Coppin State.
Coppin State, number one, they have to limit their turnovers. VCU thrives off turnovers. They thrive in transition. So limit that to limit their transition opportunities and stay composed. The game is full of runs. You have to be able to stay composed and not go to hero ball when things go wrong. Now, for VCU, their keys to the game, they're going to have to dominate the boards, get clean rebounds so they can get out in transition, and eliminate second chance points for Coppin State, who isn't shooting the ball that well from three. And also show that you can have focus for 40 minutes. Work on your own craft. VCU has lost a lot of close games, and if they can work on focus for 40 minutes, they'll have an opportunity to get better.
Those are the Carmack's keys to the game. Carmack's, home of the 30-day money-back guarantee. Can the Rams continue their dominance at home against a team they've never faced before until tonight? Find out when the starting lineups and the opening tip come at you right after the break. Back here inside of the Siegel Center for tonight's matchup between VCU and Coppin State. The Rams 2-2 on the season. The Eagles from the MEAC 1-6 this season. Here is the starting lineups for Coppin State, presented by the Red Door Guys. Life happens, inheritance, tough tenants, major repairs. The Red Door Guys buy houses in any condition and give you a fair cash offer without the headaches. No repairs, no commissions, no games. When you need to sell fast, call the Red Door Guys at 373-RAMS. Saunders, Perkins, Williams, Hall, our player to watch, and Tyler Koenig, the starting lineup for Coppin State for VCU. They are presented by the Steelhead Management, the official housing partner of VCU Athletics and home to the best lineup of apartment complexes in Central Virginia. The remaining starting five, or the original starting five, for the previous 3 games with Jennings and Lewis in the backcourt, Tracy, Evans, and Djokovic, the Serbian Savage, rounding out the starting 5. Toss controlled by VCU, and we're going to have some fun tonight here at the Siegel Center.
I'm excited to see the energy and the focus from VCU early. I want to see if they can really take this team seriously and really work on their craft at the same time.
The Rams are coming off a 6-point road loss at NC State, in which they were tied midway in the half at 65, and Evans was a catalyst in that game. Shot clock is under 4 for Djokovic, who comes up a little bit short. Koenig, the rebound.
Good offense of VCU. A lot of paint touches, unable to finish on the finish, but however, that was a good offensive possession to start the game.
Dangerous pass recovered by Williams, and the offensive rebound was blocked by Williams. Back out for a long 2. Last touched by VCU.
Barry Evans showing some of that arm length, getting up there and blocking that shot. Our player to watch. I think he's one of those guys that's so versatile. He can do so many things on the offensive end and the defensive end.
Coach calls him the junkyard dog, wants him to be active early on the defensive end. Hassan Perkins, the team leader in assists. Koenig guarded by Djokovic with 3 to shoot. And the rebound to Nick Lewis. Here is Evans going right up against his defender Hall and scores the game's first basket.
In transition is where Barry Evans can really show you his athleticism, his ball handling. He shows you a little bit of everything, but he really thrives in transition.
Season high 18 in the loss against NC State. Almost got a steal. And Lewis has the steal. Up ahead to Barry Evans. With an assist from Tracy.
Flying high early.
He's got all 4 of VCU points early.
It was only a matter of time. Barry Evans had a really slow start to the season, but he's too much of a talented player to not have his fingerprint on every game. And you see he's just starting to get more comfortable and more comfortable as the games go by.
Perkins, a long 3. Williams, an offensive rebound. Shot clock did not reset for Saunders. The long rebound to Tracy.
And that's an area of the game where I think VCU can really improve. Limiting second chance points. They struggle these last few games, especially the games they lost, with really team rebounding. And even though they're playing a team of lesser competition, they still need to be able to compete on the board.
And a strong early sign for Evans and the Rams, rocking the rim and saying, "How do you do?" to those watching.
I love when players can find the camera.
You were known to be one that didn't shy away from the camera.
I used to. Never mind, I'm not gonna get it what I used to do.
Enough said.
I used to flirt with the cheerleaders. I'll go ahead and say it. I used to flirt with the cheerleaders.
Cameron Sparrow, the junior from Baltimore, wearing number 10, in for the first time to replace Williams, as Jennings, who made the first, is at the line. The sophomore from right here in Richmond attended St. Christopher's, one of the top private schools in our area. VCU has started this game on a 6-0 run and come with pressure.
Let's see if Coppin State can get a good opportunity right here.
Coppin State has missed their first 6 shots from the field, and they get Djokovic with a little bit of a hold.
Coppin State looks as if they're trying to play inside out, get the ball inside to Koenig, and play from there.
Coppin State coming off their win against Central Penn on Tuesday, scoring 103 points and snapping a 6-game losing streak. Saunders looks to Koenig, 10 to shoot. Perkins loses it, recovered by Saunders with 3 to shoot. Sparrow drills the 3 for Coppin.
Good shot by Sparrow there. Barry Evans short on the closeout, but had a chance to give him one back.
Djokovic, an offensive rebound, muscles it up against Koenig and drops it in. Averaging just over 11 points and 5 rebounds this season, one of 6 players to average double figures for VCU through the first 4 games. Nice move inside by Hall, comes up strong. Djokovic, the outlet to Lewis. The lob to Djokovic. Oh. Banged off the rim. Up ahead is Sparrow for Coppin State. He draws the foul and gets the basket.
Unfortunate change of events there. 2 VCU players going up for the lob. Both getting wave each other, leading to an and 1 opportunity for Coppin State on the other end.
And Brandon Jennings called for his first foul. And as you mentioned, a big turn of events that could have brought the roof off. Instead, Coppin gets a chance at a 3-point play that barely grazed the rim. It remains a 3-point VCU lead as we're inside of 16 minutes of the first half. Tracy spots up and hits. Tracy shoots 44% from 3 this season, his 13th made from downtown, which leads the team.
VCU does such a good job of moving the ball and getting quality three-point shooting opportunities. Just an example of it right there. I'm telling you, Tracy really impressed me with his ability to knock down shots at a high clip.
And Favor Ire, who was on Bryant's roster last year with Coach Martelli, but did not play due to injury, hits only his second made three of the season. Djokovic is fouled on the other end. And he'll shoot 2 free throws when we come back after a media timeout. VCU with an early 3-point lead on Coppin State here at the Siegel Center. There's a good look at VCU's head coach, Phil Martelli. Still, I won't say fuming or seething after that loss against NC State on Monday. They were right there with the Wolfpack. But he's coming back home trying to get things right against Coppin State tonight.
Absolutely. VCU, though very talented, still trying to figure out how to do the little things to pull off wins or tight wins in close games. You know what I mean?
Especially against quad one opponents. You don't get those opportunities often as a high mid-major program on a national stage.
And VCU fell short twice, Utah State and North Carolina State. But you can see that they can compete with these teams. Losing by a combined, I think, 9 points.
Yeah. I mean, you were essentially 3 or 4 possessions in those 2 games to being undefeated.
Yeah.
And 2 quad one wins on a neutral court or on a true road game or in a true road game atmosphere.
And tell you what, would I be reaching if I said if they win those 2 games, they might be ranked top 25?
You can make a strong case. Nice give and go inside to Hall, who misses it. And Terrell Ward, who's in for the first time, as both benches go deep after that media timeout. A steal by Torrin Andrews wearing number 11. He'll pull up from straight away. And the rebound to Nick Lewis.
Freshman mistake by Nick Lewis. Driving with nowhere to go.
Extra pass to Keyshawn Mitchell. Knocks down the corner 3. Only his 2nd game played this year. Did not play against NC State or St. Peter's.
Excuse me, Mr. Mitchell. I didn't know you had that in your game.
The Bryant transfer gives the Rams an 8-point lead. Hall looks for Jamari Piercy wearing number 14, sees his first action against Evans. Draws contact, no whistle. Evans claims a loose ball. Hill saves it. Ward, touch pass, Lewis shoots for 3.
Great ball move right there by VCU. So unselfish.
Good hustle by the Rams.
Look at this ball movement.
Extra passing by the Rams, and it results in a Sparrow foul.
Good foul by Coppin State because VCU had the ball hopping. It was going to lead to a Terrence Hill 3, and he's been shooting lights out all season.
And we're seeing Keyshawn Mitchell in for the first time, more than likely taking the minutes of Christian Furman. As we found out earlier today, Furman unfortunately has taken an indefinite leave of absence from the team to tend to a personal matter, so we wish him and his family the very best in dealing with that situation, and hopefully he can come back as quickly as he can for himself and also for the program.
Absolutely. In the words of Joe Budden in the cast, thoughts and prayers.
Mitchell, another 3, and the long rebound to Piercy. Rams leading 16-8, their largest lead of this first half. And a reach in called on Ahmad Noel, the transfer from UConn.
One thing that doesn't get talked about a lot is when you're coming from a high major like UConn, you come to VCU, and you're projected to be the starter, and you don't necessarily do it, but you still go out there and compete for your team and for yourself like Noel's doing. There's something admirable about that. And you just see the pressure he puts on the ball. It makes all the guys that he guards uncomfortable. You got to salute him.
Turnover by Coppin State. Just their 2nd so far in this first half. Hill along with Mitchell, Noel, Michael Bell, and Ward, the 5 for the Rams. Inside is Noel. Did not score in the loss to NC State. Has his first 2.
Look at it. He's such a pesky defender.
Comes up with the turnover. Up ahead is Mitchell, and he'll draw the foul.
And that's what you love to have if you're a coach. A guy that can come off the bench and give you a boost. And VCU has a plethora of talent, but especially in this guard position.
And for a guy like Mitchell, had not seen the court in a couple of games, and providing a spark off the bench for Coach Martelli.
One thing he doesn't lack is talent. One thing this team does not lack is talent.
While with Bryant last season, he was a part of that championship team with Coach Martelli and Barry Evans. He was a member of the All-AEC tournament team. He averaged a double-double in those 3 wins for the Bulldogs en route to an NCAA tournament appearance. As he made 1 of 2 from the line, a double-digit lead now for VCU. Hill comes up with the turnover. Bell tries to go baseline, and now we've got a stoppage as they will reset the shot clock.
And one of the keys to the game for Coppin State was limit turnovers. And an unforced turnover like that will really drive a coach crazy.
An unforced live ball turnover, the worst kind, Coach Nixon.
The worst it can be.
Hill had the switch, and he'll shoot for 3 and draw a foul. A la Reggie Miller. I saw that right foot get kicked out there. And Hassan Perkins is guilty of the foul.
And Terrence Hill does that so effortlessly that he's going to draw a ton of fouls that way. It's nothing extra. It's just enough.
There's a good look at Larry Stewart, one of the all-time greats in Coppin State basketball history in his 3rd season as head coach of the Eagles. Returned to his alma mater after 14 years as an assistant with the 3 other HBCUs in Maryland. He was an assistant at Bowie State, Morgan State, and Maryland Eastern Shore. He's got his number retired at Coppin State.
He's a great.
He's a great.
He's a great.
Also played in the NBA. He was the first undrafted player in league history to make the NBA rookie team as a member of the Washington Bullets.
Tell you what.
He's got game.
Absolutely. And he doesn't look old enough to be playing for the Bullets.
Takes you back just a little bit. Not the Wizards, the Bullets.
The Bullets.
Khalil Horton, number 7, has it against Hill. Ball taken away, recovered by Ire with 1 to shoot. Jump hook wouldn't go. Ire gets an offensive rebound. Horton for 3, ring it up.
Again, VCU struggling to get clean rebounds. They have to shape that up. They have to get that right.
Horton, a first-team All-MEAC preseason selection with his 14th made 3 of the season. Ward from the corner comes up short on the 3, and Horton claims the miss. A steal by Ward. Goes up against Horton, gets his own miss. And Hill will shoot for 3. Saved by Ward, deflected out by Bell.
That was a hectic possession.
Timeout on the floor. Both teams, I think, need a little breather after that sequence. With 10:56 to go, VCU's lead is 10 over Coppin State. All right, during our commercial break, one of the rowdy fans from half court called glass. And I believe got everybody free pizza here inside the Siegel Center. Look at him.
He's fired up. Gave the Russell Westbrook stomp.
He sure did. You got to make a layup, a free throw, a 3-pointer, and a half-court shot, all within a half minute. He struggled a little bit controlling the ball before that shot, but it took one attempt from half court and called glass to get everybody some free pizza. 21-11. Coppin State down by 10.
Coppin State did a really good job right there breaking the press, and a really good job not getting sped up, taking their time, setting up the offense.
We've seen a little more of that press by VCU in the last game and a half so far.
And I think as the year goes on, we're going to see a lot more of it. They have the length, they have the numbers, they have the athleticism to really press teams and wear them out.
Here is Noel going against Horton. Keeps that ball alive, but saved by Coppin. Stolen by Bell, and he'll score.
Another turnover for Coppin State.
Just the activity and the length of VCU early on has really imposed their will to a certain degree.
Absolutely. See, the one thing about it is you have to know if that's your cup of tea. If it's not your cup of tea, you can't be out there trying to dribble and beat the press. Number one, you don't dribble to beat the press, you pass to beat the press.
Which they just did, and up ahead is Chris Morgan, who scores.
Unacceptable for VCU to let a ball travel 94 feet over their heads for an easy layup.
Chris Morgan, the transfer from Monmouth, a senior from Grand Prairie, Texas. Mitchell couldn't miss, couldn't make from distance. And Coppin State within 10 can get it to within 7 with the 3. Here's Perkins driving, and will go to the line.
Coppin State's not here to lay down. They're competing. Now they have some things they need to work on. However, they're going to push the pace. They're going to try to attack when they can.
Well, we had an opportunity to talk to Coach Stewart. He basically said we're not intimidated.
At all.
They're coming to this hostile environment looking to win. Hassan Perkins, the senior from Wilmington, Delaware, a transfer from Maryland Eastern Shore, so transferred within the MEAC, playing for his 4th different program in his career.
Two things that when I was in college just were unacceptable. Transferring 4 years and also transferring within the conference.
I remember long ago, if you transfer within the conference, you sat out 2 years. Not immediate eligibility, as Coppin State comes up with the steal, and good play there by Jennings to not give up an easy deuce.
And I must say that VCU's focus and their attention to detail has been a little bit off to start this game. Not taking care of the ball, not boxing down rebound the way they should.
Horton comes off the Morgan screen and misses on the 3. Lewis claims another rebound. Here's Tracy going baseline, a strong move by Jadrian Tracy.
VC doing a really good job of speed up. VC's going to have to do a better job of calling out screens in transition. That's the second time today that Nick Lewis has ran into a wall.
Piercy from the corner hits from distance. Coppin State 4 of 9 from behind the arc, right around 44%, and they're within 7. Jennings, the mismatch on Perkins, draws contact and scores.
Now, we have to see if Coppin State can maintain that. They've been shooting the ball around 26% up until today from the three-point line. Is that a lack of focus by VCU, or is Coppin State starting to find a rhythm?
Morgan, a little long on the 3. Michael Bell, the rebound, brings it up against Morgan. Looks for Lewis, plus the foul.
Great attack and find by Michael Bell. Nick Lewis doing Nick Lewis things.
I was going to say that was pretty unselfish because Bell, he had an easy access there.
Yeah, I thought he could have laid it up. But I'll take the assist.
Michael Bell will take a breather right now. Barry Evans back in for VCU. Bell seeing more minutes here this evening. Did play a lot in Monday's loss to NC State.
And Michael Bell's one of those guys where, you know, his minutes fluctuate from time to time, but when he gets in, he can do a lot of good things for you. Some stuff won't show up on the stat sheet. However, he impacts the game in a positive way.
Really didn't play basketball until age 13. Grew up playing soccer and rugby. Coming from England.
I was going to say, those aren't American sports for real.
No, they're not.
Rugby.
Along with tennis. We'll talk more about that after the break. 7:58, the under 8 media timeout, and VCU has increased their lead to a dozen. We mentioned earlier this would be considered a trap game for VCU, and when you look at the numbers, they really favor the Rams as far as points per game, field goal percentage, three-point percentage, and scoring defense. Coppin State a better team free throw shooting squad this year at 75%. But again, you mentioned at the beginning of our broadcast, you felt this was a perfect opportunity for VCU to get ready for the Battle of Atlantis.
Absolutely. VCU has had competitive games. They won some, they lost some. However, you go into a situation like this where all the numbers favor you to win. This is the time to work on your craft. Work on the things you need to work on. Get prepared for what you'll see in Atlantis.
They'll see some top competition starting with South Florida next week as Tracy hit the floor hard and draws a foul. It's going to go against Tay Hall, his first.
VCU does such a really good job of being patient once they touch the paint. They'll back it down, they'll wait, the team will move around, cut without the ball, and it led to a driving opportunity for Tracy. Unfortunately, was tripped on the way to the basket.
Tracy is the leading scorer this year for the Rams, one of 6 players in double figures. And I did say one of 6 players in double figures.
And when you look at this team, nobody does anything outside of the system. Everything's within the system. And guys are just executing, knocking down shots, and taking care of the opportunities they get.
Hits on both as Ward comes back in. He's another one that's averaging in double figures right around 12 a night.
I love Ward's game. Catch and shoot guy, cut without the basketball, and brings a ton of energy.
And a steal by Brandon Jennings. Going up against Andrews, and he'll draw a foul and an opportunity for 2 free throws.
And you can just tell Coppin State is not used to playing against a press like VCU. VCU kind of did a 3/4 court press right there, waited till they crossed the half court, then put the pressure on them. Easy turnover, led to a foul.
BJ is what some people call him. We call him the Swiss Army knife. He can do a little bit of everything on this year's team.
Got some good crinkles in the hair today.
He wants to look sharp.
Yeah, you got to look sharp. Nice edge up with the crinkles flowing.
Yeah. Ready for that trip to Atlantis, to the Bahamas.
Get my hair did for the trip.
Hits on both. Wish we could be there in Atlantis.
Oh, absolutely.
Jennings forces another turnover and draws another foul. Barry Evans, as Tay Hall is whistled for his 2nd foul, and that has already put Coppin State over the limit.
VCU's active hands are really benefiting them thus far in this game. In Coppin State, they have to do a better job of getting separation when they're breaking out of for this press break. You have to set good screens, sprint to where you're going. Don't allow yourself to get deep in the corner like this previous play.
And a concern we've talked about a lot through the first 4 games is now we have Lee Castle is now making sure and cleaning up things.
Heads up play by Barry Evans.
Now one official has signaled it was a 1-and-1 and not a 2-shot foul, which that is the case. That was only the 9th foul, and it was a non-shooting foul. And Evans missed it, and they were still in the lane area.
Yeah.
Thinking it was a 2-shot foul. So VCU retains possession after the miss and after the cleanup.
What an odd play. You don't see that much.
Lee Castle, Mark Schnurr, and Tommy Morrissey, the 3 officials. Djokovic for 3, and he's also fouled. And that's Hall's third in this half.
Unfortunate. You never foul a jump shooter.
And now a double bonus for VCU the remainder of the half. This will be a 3-shot foul as Djokovic will go to the stripe, a 72% shooter this season.
Let's talk about the discipline there. You have to be disciplined right there. That is such an unnecessary foul. And looking at the scoreboard, you can't afford those. You just caught a break on the free throw line. Play solid defense, get a stop, and try to cut into this lead. You can't afford plays like that in Coppin State.
The disparity between the free throw shooting of VCU and Coppin State, similar to that of Monday night against the Wolfpack, is Djokovic missed 2 of 3, and there's Barry Evans cleaning up the miss and scoring, making it a 3-point trip for VCU. Evans forces a turnover. Jennings to Lewis. The lob to Ward, who lost control. Saved by Saunders for Coppin.
Another blown opportunity. Granted, VCU is comfortable right now in the lead. However, I'm urging for them to be a little more sharp.
Rams on a 12-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Andrews guarded by Lewis with under 10 to shoot. Djokovic on the switch. Andrews misses on the 3. The rebound to Jennings. Leaves it for Evans to Ward in transition.
Great ball movement, great patience right there. VCU running transition. And as of right now, that's where their bread and butter is.
Coach Stewart has to use a timeout as that lead has expanded to a 15-0 VCU run to lead by 22.
Good shot right there. Good shot right there. Barry Evans has his fingerprints everywhere. Brandon Jennings is getting his hands on loose balls, wherever they are, Paul. And Ward, one of my favorite players, just being able to step in and knock it down.
Ward normally is a corner 3 shooter. That is his strength on this team, is the corner 3. That's only his 5th made 3 this season. He was 4 of his first 13 from behind the arc, but the form looks good. The confidence hasn't wavered. He's still going to shoot.
Absolutely. And he has a really quick trigger. He doesn't dip the ball at all. He catches it high, leaves it high, follows through with the wrist.
VCU has played 10 guys tonight. Every one of them has scored at least a point. The balanced scoring led by Jadrian Tracy, 7. Jennings and Evans each with 6. Djokovic with 5. Mitchell has 4. And then Lewis and Ward each with 3.
Well, that's part of their DNA. A lot of different guys who score the ball because they share the ball so much. Good jab set right there.
And an air ball shot by Sparrow. It will stay with Coppin State with 14 to shoot.
We all love VCU, but I can't make Nick Lewis get away with that. Got put in his pockets right there. Somebody mop the floor.
Like, I don't want to talk about that. Horton with a pretty scoop. Sparrow an offensive rebound. Here's Andrews going up against Lewis. And last touch by Coppin.
Good defense right there.
That was good boxing out right there. We had talked about it earlier in the game about how many offensive rebounds Coppin State had picked up early on.
Absolutely. And when you're such an athletic team, you find yourself building bad habits of just turning and jumping because you're used to being able to get away with your athleticism. But when you play high-quality teams, you're going to have to get back to your fundamentals. Turn, find somebody, put your body on them, and then go get the rebound.
Evans with a strong move. Came right off that screen and accelerated down the lane with the sledgehammer.
Barry Evans with the smirk. This is too easy.
A 24-point VCU lead. They've led from start to this point, and a reach-in called on Barry. As we go back to that last dunk by Evans.
And just poor communication by Coppin State. What they're doing on the screen, are they switching? Are we hedging? The answer was neither.
If you're a defender in that setup, what are you trying to do, especially the defender guarding Evans at that point?
Well, either way you want to guard the ball. You know, obviously communication comes first. You need to discuss what you guys are doing. I don't know what coach instructed them to do, but if they were going to switch, you communicate it and you push the defender over. If you're supposed to be hedging, you got to fight over the top. But he went under, so I'm confused with what was supposed to happen.
Horton a little long on his jumper. Hill racing down court off the rebound. Looks for Mitchell in the lane. And scores over Ire. This run is now at 19-0 over the last 4+ minutes for VCU.
And I tell you what, this is going to be good for VCU to get Mitchell these minutes, especially with the absence of Furman. As they go to Atlantis, you want to get your feet wet before you hop in the water.
Mitchell was 6 so far in the game. Ire inside, had his shot blocked. It'll stay with Coppin when we come back after our last media timeout of the half. 44-18 VCU in the midst of a 19-0 run here at the Siegel Center. 3:56 left in this first half. It has been all VCU as they've led from the beginning to this point, 44-18 over Coppin State. They're on a 19-0 run in the last 4:45 of the half as Horton tried to break it, could not, and Tracy with a flat-footed rebound.
And that was great execution out of the timeout. Unfortunately, a missed shot for Coppin State.
Bell, Hill, Tracy, Mitchell, and Ward, the 5 for VCU. There's Ward in the corner, and the rebound to Piercy. And he's on the floor with Andrews along with Ire as Piercy goes down the lane and breaks a 19-0 VCU run.
Good job right there by pushing the pace, not allowing VCU's defense to get set.
Sparrow and Horton, the other two on the floor for Coppin State as Hill draws another foul and 2 shots for the sophomore out of Portland.
That's the problem when you get into the double bonus so early in the half. If I'm VCU, I'm putting extreme pressure on the rim, extreme pressure on the referees with the whistle.
Terrence Hill playing in his 5th game this season. Scored 9 in the loss against NC State, hit 3 3-pointers on Monday night, and remains perfect from the line. I said that after he made them. No announcer's jinx.
No jinx.
Checking a correction, he missed one earlier in the game, so he's 4-5 tonight and has missed 1 in his VCU career. Backdoor to Sparrow, and a nice pass by Khalil Horton for Coppin.
I was just going to give VCU a compliment of their ability to stay disciplined and not get off their feet for these fakes once Coppin State gets into the paint.
Mitchell misses the line drive 3. Coppin down 46-22 with inside of 2.5 minutes. Tough shot.
What a tough shot.
Jamari Piercy off the bench, providing a spark for Coach Stewart.
That was great defense by Terrence Hill. Just better off.
And inside is Ward, plus the foul. Hassan Perkins is called for his 3rd foul. Check it is going to be on Ire. That's his 2nd. So Perkins remains with 2 fouls. Ire with 2. Hall is on the bench with 3 in the first half.
And all that led from being face cut. That is a cardinal sin when playing defense. Never allow the offensive player to cut across your face.
Ward will take a breather as he has 6 in the first half. Ire will lead with his 2 fouls. And Chris Morgan comes back in. And light full court press by VCU. A 25-point lead here in this first half. Piercy a step back three. Tillery for his first opportunity has a rebound.
What did I tell you about tea? If it ain't your cup of tea, don't put it in your mug.
Tough shot by Hill. Morgan the rebound. Mitchell tried to take it away. Up ahead, Andrews going with the alley-oop to Piercy, and he lost it out of bounds.
Coppin State, please slow down and stick to what's been getting you points. When you try to get outside of your parameter, you end up turning the ball over. Stick to what works.
Their 10th turnover here in this first half. VCU has scored a dozen off of those turnovers. Hill, nice pass to Mitchell going up against Horton, and he got clobbered.
Better be careful there. Don't want to tech. Horton is extremely disappointed in the foul call.
Might be more so his teammates not talking. You mentioned that earlier about VCU not communicating on screens, and I think Horton is showing his frustration about the lack of communication on their end.
Absolutely, but I'm more of the guy. What could I have done better? He was on the opposite side of the ball, of the play. You're supposed to be on the white line to step in and be able to take it to charge. However, he was a half a step late, which led to the foul.
This will be VCU's 23rd free throw attempt in this first half. 16 of 22 from the line tonight.
Getting all those free throw opportunities they missed Monday against North Carolina State.
This is right around their average for a game, more so a half.
And I think they're doing a really good job of just attacking. You know, a lot of times VCU can find themselves settling for three-point opportunities, but today they're doing a really good job attacking.
Nice pressure, but Chris Morgan had the open shot and nailed it. And that's something Coach Martelli mentioned this week after the game, that he felt that some points of that game against the Wolfpack that they will settle in for shots.
And don't get me wrong, they're a very capable team. However, you can't live and die by the three.
Hill will try it, buy it, and got fouled.
What do I know about basketball?
You know more than most, I would say that. Coach Nixon.
Great shot by Terrence Hill right there.
He shot that from the Motor Center in Portland.
Damian Lillard will be proud.
And the visible of frustration by Morgan as he strums the guitar on a 4-point opportunity. $54 points in this first half for VCU.
Here we go with the press again.
Just got it over. Here's Piercy going up against Noel and goes glass for his 9th point.
And that's how you attack a press. Patience and aggressively.
Shot clock is off for VCU. Martelli will not use his use it or lose it timeout with under 10. Hill with 8. Noel for 3. And that's how the first half will end. Rams shoot 53% in the first half from the field, put up 54 points and lead by 26 as TJ will take you through our halftime activities here at the Stew, with VCU leading 54-28 here at the Siegel Center. At the Siegel Center, thank you for making us a part of your Saturday night. Sean Robertson, Ed Nixon, a member of the 2011 Final Four team, and our entire Rams Unlimited crew as VCU up 54-28. What did you like in the first half of VCU, and what do you want to see from the Rams in this last 20 minutes?
simple. I like their energy defensively. Full court, active hands, pressuring the ball. I like that VCU implemented the press, and they're starting to be a little bit more aggressive with it. However, I think they can clean up their turnovers and also clean up the rebounding on the defensive end.
Hassan Perkins, to start the second half, comes up a little bit short. As VCU starting five is on the floor, led by Keyshawn Mitchell, who grabbed that rebound.
And Mitchell getting the start. No Lazar.
That's right. And as of right now, I do not see Lazar on the bench, as a foul is called on Coppin.
Hope everything's fine.
Maybe just late coming out of the locker room. So 4 of the starters begin this half for VCU. Tracy with a tough pass, stolen by Coppin. Perkins only scored 2 points in that first half as he was dealing with foul trouble.
Felt like the whole team was dealing with foul trouble in the first half.
They were in the bonus early. Shot clock under 10 for Coppin State. Perkins trying to create against Tracy. Falls away. Offensive rebound by Hall, and he lost it out of bounds.
That was a great shot. I like the creating the contact to a fadeaway jumper. If you can knock it down, that's a great shot.
Coppin's 11th turnover in this game, rather.
They're averaging around 16 a game, so they're right on pace.
And that has been a strength for VCU through the first 4 games, their ability to create multiple turnovers. Tracy from the high post.
He's just butter. His game is so simple. He just takes the shots that the defense gives him. He just has a great feel for the game.
9 so far for Tracy to lead the way. Mitchell alters that shot from Piercy. Here comes Jennings in transition. Extra pass, leaves it for Evans. Ooh, way long, and Hall the rebound.
Still need to warm up. It is kind of cold in here.
Junkyard Dog, give him some time. Djokovic just came out of the locker room and is now on the bench. And a foul on VCU. Going to be on Nick Lewis, his first.
Djokovic has the massage gun. I wonder if he was dealing with cramps.
Might be working on that left forearm as he's talking to Tyrell Ward. But this is the luxury for Coach Martelli with this deep roster, that you can add in a guy, Keyshawn Mitchell, who had not played in the last couple of games, to start the half and providing a spark. Good block there by Tracy.
Plug and play.
2-on-1. Jennings, Tracy, lob to Jennings.
Hey now. Hey now, say now. I love that. Look, guard to guard alley-oop.
Jennings with 8. Here is Andrews in the lane, and he'll score amongst the trees. His first basket of the night.
Nice floater there.
Gave that assist to Tracy Lewis with the pretty alley-oop. Again, the high post. This is Mitchell off the heel, and Hall another rebound. He was the team's leading rebounder coming into tonight.
I would have loved to see Mitchell make that pass across the court to Barry Evans, wide open on the wing.
Nice pass inside to Hall, and he'll score his first field goal of the night, coming in averaging just over 11 per game. Extra pass to Jennings. Knocks down the triple for his 11th point of the night. 4th career game in double figures for the sophomore.
And hopefully that can get his 3-point shot going this year. Once he gets that down pat, his game is going to open up tremendously.
He was 1 for his first 5 before that make. Here's Piercy inside over Mitchell, and he'll score. Lewis quickly back on the other end. Evans for 3. And the rebound to Hall.
I love the pace. Good passes, good shots.
27-point lead for VCU.
Got to feed the post. Conant does a really good job of posting up. If you give him a little bit of space, he's going to steal you.
Timeout on the floor is a great block. Sets up Lewis to Jennings. The business end of the alley-oop. As he's in double figures with 11, it is all VCU as they're up by 27. VCU leads 61-34 over Coppin State here at the Siegel Center. Last game before a trip to the Bahamas and the Battle of Atlantis for VCU. Coppin State recovering the loose ball as we're inside 10 seconds to shoot for the Eagles. Tough shot by Andrews. Djokovic, who just checked in to start this half, is on the floor with the rebound. Nick Lewis in the corner. Misses on the 3, and Ayer a rebound.
That was great defense the last possession by VCU. Guards did a really good job of heating up the ball while maintaining it in front.
Gordon is back in also for Coppin. He'll launch a 3 and hits it for the Eagles. Just his second made field goal of the night now was 6 for the Eagles.
And Coppin State moving into a matchup zone.
And Ward on the other end will match it. Ward now with 9. And great pressure on the ball by Brandon Jennings. They left Piercy open on the short corner. Morgan, the offensive rebound over Bell. And he gets the bounce.
And I tell you what, I will take a contested 15-footer out of a press any day of the week.
Nice passing by the Rams. Here's Jennings in the lane. Djokovic in the corner. Swish.
Back-to-back threes from the corner.
Djokovic's 3rd made 3 this season. And you don't want to go into a shooting contest right now if you're Coppin State.
Absolutely not. Brandon Jennings just making plays.
And up ahead to Michael Bell. Ring-a-ding-ding for Michael Bell.
Brandon Jennings is just going to make plays. Consistently, no matter what kind of play needs to be made, he has his hand in it.
That's why he's a preseason all-defensive selection.
And I do like the ring-a-ding-ding.
You did? Thank you very much. Here's Morgan inside, deflected by Bell. Let's see what Jennings can do on this trip. Draws a foul by Torin Andrews. I was wondering if somebody was going to get it.
Yeah.
The crew didn't laugh. Ed didn't laugh. But Michael Bell said, I'll smile.
I was more so impressed by Brandon Jennings' play, but no, I definitely got it.
And you saw there was a little more pep in Michael Bell's step during shoot-around and warm-ups.
Yeah. Knowing you're going to get some minutes.
Yes.
That'll do it to you.
Yes. And if you're just joining us, the reason why we are seeing more of Michael Bell and also Keyshawn Mitchell tonight than maybe earlier in this season, we learned that Christian Furman has decided to take an indefinite leave of absence from the team as he's dealing with a personal matter. And we wish him and his family the very best. Terrence Hill tried to cause a turnover. Here's Piercy on the other end, getting it to go. And a timeout by Coach Stewart. A helter-skelter sequence rewarded by Coppin State as they've trimmed the lead to 69-41 as we'll take a timeout on the floor here at the Siegel Center. Feast week has started early for the Rams before they head off to the Bahamas, as every player for VCU that has seen action tonight, or 10 of the players that have seen action tonight, has scored, led by the native, Brandon Jennings, who has a team-high 11. A couple of other players with non-balanced scoring so far tonight. They came in with 6 players scoring in double figures this season.
Well, like we said earlier, man, it's a blessing to have a team with so much depth. And this game in particular is really good to have everybody get their confidence up as you move to a competitive tournament in Atlanta.
Good hands by Coppin to result in a steal by the Eagles as they trail 69-41.
I wish I could go to Bahamas so bad.
Man.
Give me a Bahama mama. The drink, that's a drink.
Yes,
for those who don't know.
I know. Piercy had his shot blocked by Djokovic. Up ahead is Noel. Nice move to the basket and scores.
Excuse me. Nice Euro step for the 2.
And a 30-point VCU lead. Nice give and go inside. Partially blocked by Djokovic, it appeared. And the Rams on offense with a 30-point lead. Extra pass to Bell for 3. Hill an offensive rebound. He'll draw the foul.
Coppin State is doing a really good job of trying to contain VCU, but VCU is even doing an even better job of moving the ball. And when you're in a zone, the number one thing you have to do in general defense is communicate, and they're struggling to do that right now.
Hill will shoot free throws when we come back with VCU ahead by 30. Here's a look at tonight's Virginia Credit Union assists of the game. Lewis to Jennings.
And what I love most about that, it was defense to offense and also a lot of sharing, because sharing is caring.
Absolutely.
Safety first and then teamwork.
That's the Virginia Credit Union assist of the game, benefiting the Children's Hospital of Richmond at VCU. Crowd was jumping up in approval of that. They will also hopefully be jumping up in approval for tomorrow's A10 volleyball women's final, as VCU will take on Loyola of Chicago at 12 noon. And for those who do have a ticket for tonight's basketball game, you can attend the game with that ticket.
Will you be in attendance?
I will be here.
I will be here.
To see if the VCU women's volleyball team can cut the net and go back to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2019.
Been a minute.
A 31-point VCU lead over Coppin State, trying to improve to 3-2 on the year and stay perfect at home. A steal by Terrence Hill. Tried to look for Mitchell, was Tracy, and on the floor was Hall. Here is Linder inside, and he is fouled.
There's too many points in this game where it just looks like sloppy basketball. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just take your time, run the offense. You didn't have anything when you pushed it, pull it out, set up the offense. And that goes for both teams.
A break for VCU, as that was a non-shooting foul, so Coppin will have to inbound. Down by 31. A long 3 by Williams, which was true for the second team All-Region 20 pick from out of CCBD Dundiac.
Excuse me, come again?
A JUCO college from in Maryland, as Mitchell is fouled inside. CCBC Dundiac.
Is that in the Bible?
Yes. Hall becomes the first player for either team to reach the danger zone with his 4th foul, as Mitchell swishes home the 27th attempt for VCU tonight, above their season average in attempts, and Mitchell hits both. Yeah, he was speaking of the aforementioned Hall.
Another turnover.
As we got a turnover for VCU. Here was Noel sneaking inside, and he was the first person to touch it after going out of bounds, and Coppin will regain possession. Going back to Hassan. He was a great JUCO player who averaged almost 20 points a game while was at the JUCO level.
He looks as if he had a good form. I'm not knocking him. I'm not knocking him. I just never heard of a JUCO college
Dundiat?
That was in the Bible. Is that the Old Testament?
Who knows? Who knows? Junior from out of Lynchburg, Virginia, went to Heritage High School. And we got a whistle as they're going to get Barry Evans with the foul.
We might have to get Hall some new shorts.
Oh yeah.
They let their size. Maybe they didn't pack his.
One leg is a little
tight.
A little bit. It's a rough stretch for Coppin State. They've only had one home game in their first dozen this season. As Hall gets an offensive rebound inside and scores for Coppin, his second made field goal tonight. And the lead is at 28. Here is Bell. Looks for Mitchell for the slam.
Great patience for Michael Bell. I tell my players on my team, get into the paint. It attracts the defense. You'll be surprised the easy passes you can get out of there.
Mitchell, the second Ram in double figures with 11. As Koenig hits the shot from the mid-range.
I like Koenig's game.
Very smooth.
Very smooth, very patient. The quiet is kept very physical.
Alley-oop to Bell and then lay it in. Unselfish again. That's the 17th assist for VCU on 25 made baskets.
And this VCU team does a really good job of sharing the ball.
A 30-point lead as we're inside 8.5 minutes, and they get Terrence Hill with a bump.
That is a very tough call. I thought Terrence Hill did a really good job of anticipating the offensive move and catching it. Apparently the official thought otherwise.
Coppin State might be called the true road warriors of the MEAC. They will have had, as we look at their schedule, just one home game this year until December 29th. So they're here.
That's tough.
They're here against VCU. Then they go to Ryder on Tuesday. Then Loyola, Maryland, followed by West Virginia, Liberty, St. Joe's, Radford, Navy, and Georgetown. Woo! Before they host UMBC on December 29th.
Woo! I tell you what, it's gonna build character.
Yes, it will. Another turnover by Coppin. Here's Tillery shooting for three.
Hey now, get on the board, young boy.
Every Ram player who has seen action has scored as Tillery hits from distance.
I like his confidence.
He was on a mission to shoot as soon as he came back in. Shot clock is under 10. Piercy with under 5. Piercy a long three over Evans. That grazed the rim, and Tillery a long rebound. Tillery 1-on-2, and he finds 2.
1-on-2, no problem. I was told by plenty of people in the AAU circuit that we had a gym coming here in Tillery. Just so happened, you know, he was recruited by VCU's former coach, now Virginia's coach, Coach Odom.
Sure did.
Decided to stick around at VCU.
Did not decommit after that. Noel tried for the alley-oop to Evans. Horton gets it up ahead to Tillery against Jennings. Tough lay-in that drops in for Jamari Piercy.
Tough layup, great defense. 2 points of result regardless.
He has passed his season high of 13 tonight. Inside Noel. And a timeout called by Coach Martelli, as VCU has scored 85 points for a team that averages 84 this year. With still 6.5 to go, the Rams are up by 35. VCU well on their way to winning their third of the season as they lead 85-50 over Coppin State. You felt this was an opportunity, a bounce-back opportunity at Nixon to clean up some things, shore up some things before their important trip to Atlantis and the Bahamas. Have they met your expectations so far?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. They've done some good things, but they also have done some things that they haven't improved on.
That's coaches speak right there.
Absolutely. This is all. As a fan, I'm like, oh, this is great. We're up by 25. But as a coach, I'm looking at the performance. And granted, is everything going to be perfect? No. But I still think they can improve on the rebounding. As of right now, the rebounding, they have a four rebound edge over Coppin State when the margin should be at least 10. So it's certain things they can improve on. But I as of right now, I'll give them a B performance.
Andrews recovered it in the backcourt after the deflection by Lewis. Piercy steps on the out of bounds. And a turnover for the 16th time tonight. VCU's only committed 7 so far.
Take care of the ball is important. But for Coppin State, they're at 16, which is their average, but they have 6 minutes to go. So hopefully they can take care of the ball and keep it there.
One thing VCU has shored up was the offensive rebounds of Coppin. Remember, early they had 5. They've had 5 since the early portion. Tillery again, a pirouette, becoming Houdini.
I love to see it.
7 off the bench for the freshman out of Orlando. Jennings the rebound, and a quick foul is called on Hall, and the Eagles' leading scorer has fouled out.
And it shows that Brandon Jennings only has 4 rebounds. I feel as if he had more than that. Doesn't it feel like that?
It does. I mean, you look at his line, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and only 1 turnover.
Like
I will take that.
Absolutely.
In 19 minutes of work, yes.
He's a hooper for sure.
Jordan Dumont wearing number 10. The redshirt sophomore from Canada sees his first action, and Tillery again with a new career high with 9 so far. Piercy amongst the trees and is fouled.
And Tillery is keeping his foot on the gas. 100 miles an hour and going.
You may have heard Coach Martelli screaming at his team to get back. That might be something that will be cleaned up by next week.
Well, yeah, let's hope. If you're a VCU fan, let's hope.
Michael Bell will take a seat as Piercy, if he misses his second free throw, the fans will be happy.
I'll be happy. Oh, heartbreaker.
Not tonight at that point.
Cancel your DoorDash for your half a gallon of milk.
A turnover forced by Coppin. Josiah Brown inside. Dumont kept it alive to Djokovic, and up ahead to Nick Lewis, who'll score. VCU has eclipsed the 100-point mark once this year, opening night, when he scored 103 against Wagner. The missed three by Andrews and Ward the rebound.
I think they have a pretty good chance.
Dumont.
Now, for those who don't know, that's what Dumont does. Dumont is a knockdown shooter.
And another turnover resulting in a VCU basket. That was Nick Lewis again, who has 7. Had 8 in the loss against NC State on Monday.
And in that game, you got to see Nick Lewis grow. He had to face adversity, turnovers, things not going his way. He had to grow there.
Extra pass to Dumont. Comes up short. Long rebound chased down by Lewis. Inside of money time at the Siegel Center, as VCU leads by 42. Dumont will try it again.
Oh!
Djokovic's tip in was almost dropped in. Here's Piercy, not shy, and he draws the foul on Tillery.
Piercy has some game to him now. He has some game to him. He has a little bit of shiftiness to him.
He'll shoot free throws when we come back from our final media timeout with VCU ahead by 42. Jamari Piercy finally was able to get up under his own power after that last foul. It appears he was dealing with cramps, and he will shoot free throws for Coppin State as they trail 93-51 with 3:27 left in regulation. Sean Robertson, Ed Nixon, remember the 2011 Final Four team, and our entire Rams Unlimited crew. This will be our last broadcast before Thanksgiving, so I want to wish you and yours happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. I'm trying to convince the family to actually cook instead of going out to eat.
Oh, okay.
I want some turkey. What Pop said, I want some hog ball. I want some pig feet.
I would like that too. Let me know if she does change her mind. I will come. Fans are on their feet wanting for Piercy to miss his second free throw. And again, Piercy says, not on my watch.
Somebody's going to slash the tires of the bus. I want my cookies, man.
The fans would have received something free. I would assume something, some nourishment from one of the local establishments here in Richmond. But Piercy, for the second time, said you're not going to get a free one here, as Noel inside finds 2 for his 8th point.
Got away with an off arm right there.
He did. We also want to wish you and yours who are watching on Masson and also on ESPN Plus a happy Thanksgiving, and hopefully you'll see the Rams on TV over the Thanksgiving holiday in Atlantis as Mitchell comes up with the deflection. Look at Tillery trying to save it. Last touch by Tillery, but the hustle by the freshman.
Love it. You gotta love it. That's how you earn minutes. That's how you earn consideration by the coach. I don't care that we're up by a mile. Keep playing hard.
Bartelli will have that in his mental Rolodex.
But back to these cookies, crumble. I don't necessarily need one. I'm going to have my fair share of sweet potato pie. Are you a sweet potato pie?
Love it.
Okay, so you're not a pumpkin pie.
No, my grandmother was alive. I must say she made the best sweet potato pie there was.
Okay. You stand by your grandma's sweet potato pie.
Absolutely.
I stand by my mom's mac and cheese. Hi, Ma. Hi, Ma. Give her a shout out because I know you're listening. Hi, Ma. I want some mac and cheese. I know you're all the way in Florida, but you can ship something overnight or something with an ice pack or something. Help me out.
It was her sweet potato pies, her homemade rolls, and then my mom, always a Thanksgiving tradition, she would cook me a pan of lasagna.
Ooh.
Because birthday was always around Thanksgiving, so she was like, okay, you have your Thanksgiving meal, and on top of that, we'll give you a pan of lasagna.
That's pretty dope.
So, once you got tired of the Thanksgiving food, you got that little Italian work in there.
in black homes, you always you take the Thanksgiving food and you put some mixes on there. And you make it something else.
You still do that. Look at
There we
Dumont.
go. Hey, I like that.
Another Ram in the scoring column. Every player has scored for VCU tonight.
How about that? But I'll take that leftover turkey. I'll chop it up, put some mayonnaise in it, put it on a sandwich, get some hot sauce, Tabasco.
You got me hungry there, Ed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Throw some stuff in it, some
toast the
chicken.
bread. Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
The cranberry sauce out the can, you down with that?
I'm not a cranberry sauce person.
No
I'm
cranberry,
not.
huh?
I'm not. Oh, with 1 on the shot clock, Dumont got called for the foul on Linder, the freshman from out of Bethel Academy. Yeah, I'm not a cranberry sauce. It's normally stuffing and chicken, ham, turkey. Sometimes we'll do different dishes. Like one year we had like Cornish game hens.
Okay.
1 year we did an Italian type thing. 1 year we had, we went out for Chinese, like at one of the establishments. I want to give the free plug.
Hey, pay us.
One of the nice establishments here, but
Pay me and shine, okay? You want some promo, you pay me and shine.
There you go. But it sounds like King, Linder's at the line. It's going to be a 3-shot foul attempt and no free coupon for the fans here at the Siegel Center just yet. We still got 1:36 to go.
You got to foul one of the bigs.
See, there's really no big. I was going to say, it's primarily a wing and a guard. There's the first miss. But it has to be two. Will they say 2 consecutive on a 3-shot foul?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
If the opposing team misses 2 free, this will count.
Come on, freshman.
If he misses, you get free crumble cookies.
Oh, heartbreaker.
And a cascade of boos rained down on Linder for missing or for making that 3rd free throw attempt.
Trying to pad them stats, man. Mr. Free throws.
Inside of 90 seconds in the game, and Tillery, he's still being aggressive to the rack.
Like I said, pad them stats.
But like you said, for guys like Tillery, Dumont, even Mitchell's still trying to get his place back in the rotation. These are the minutes where you have to impress Coach Martelli here and also at the Development Center to say, hey, look, like you said, in consideration to get me in that rotation.
Right. I tell my players, if they're listening now, they're going to be like, here Coach Ed go. But you got to practice how you want to play.
That's right.
We have a game at Rocket Sports at 6:30. Come check us out.
See how Coach is on the sideline. Is he low-key like Coach Odom used to be, or is he fiery like Coach Martelli?
I'm very stern. I'm stoic.
Like Shaka?
Yeah, I'm a little worse than Shaka.
Hussein Williams with the basket, or more like your old Coach Grant?
I'm a mixture of the two. I will say I'm a mixture of the two.
Inside a minute here. If they hit 100, it'll be the 2nd time this season. They're at 99. Here is Noel, had his shot blocked. And up ahead is Brown, and he'll slam it home.
I think we'll stay at 99. you could shoot it.
Well, Coach Martelli's calling a play. We'll see. Dumont is fouled. So he'll get a chance to, as we used to say, playing pickleball, to break the clock.
Now, if he misses 2, do we get the cookies?
Let me see. Let me check. No. The crack staff said no. It has to be the opponent's misses. Oh, they hit the 100-point mark again. Probably one of the loudest cheers we heard since early in the first half, and Dumont hits both. How about VCU 7 of 8 from the line in the second half?
That's beautiful work. That's beautiful
See?
work. Improvement. Working on your craft.
As Coppin will dribble it out. And VCU will go to Atlantis with a 3-2 record after a most impressive 101-58 win over Coppin. The two Philly guys, Coach Stewart and Coach Martelli, shaking hands and exchanging pleasantries after the game. As we will come back to wrap it up from the Siegel Center, VCU, a 101-58 win over Coppin State.